Hi friends, Krista here. Welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Today we're gonna get a little bit technical. We're gonna do a bit of a series audit. One of my goals at the beginning of 2025 was to have my active series less than 25, which I quickly realized was unrealistic. And so I switched that to make progress in 25 series. So today we're going to take a look at my spreadsheet, my series spreadsheet. I'll show you how I have it all set up, and we're going to take a look and see, did I accomplish that goal? Did I read from 25 different series or not? We're going to talk about some of my favorites. We're going to talk about ones that are coming off of the list for 2026. And we're just going to kind of see what's going on. What's the status of the series in my world, in my reading world? So I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we're going to take a look at all the series I have going on. So as you can see here, I've seen people make spreadsheets where they set up their series in columns and the books are listed one below the other, but I like to do it in rows. So as you can see here, just for an example, this first one is a finished series. It's the Aaron Falk series by Jane Harper. Actually, there may be more coming, but I'm pretty sure as of right now it's finished. There were 3. I have 0 left to read. And then the names of the books carry across the rows there. Everything that's this red color, this light red, is 2025. These are books, things that I've done in 2025. It's my color of the year across the board on all of my spreadsheets. This red color is this year, 2025. So I have these currently alphabetized by the name of the series. And if we look down to the bottom, I have 59 series on this list that have been started. I do have a few down here, series that I own, but I haven't started them yet. So they're not in the spreadsheet, the official spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do actually is, sorry, I keep going back and forth. I am not going to sort these by series name. I'm going to sort these by status. So I've created a filter for each of the columns so I can filter them in multiple different ways. Right now, we're going to filter them by status so I can take a look at what we've got going on. So at the top here, we've got caught up. Then there are a bunch that are DNFs, which I'm going to take off of the list today. Then I have a bunch that I finished this year. Look at that. And then a bunch in process. So all in all, I think, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I did not read any in this year. They're not read. But the rest of them, so there's 44 minus those 4. So there's 40 series that I read from this year. That is amazing. So in 2025, I read 40 series. So here's my stats that I'm going to fill out with you today. So I read from 40 series this year. I started, and we can tell that by looking at this first book in the series. If it's red, that means I started it this year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've started 12 series this year. Let's put 12 in there. I DNF'd. How many did I DNF? And it's easy to tell because they're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I DNF'd 8 series this year. 3 of them I didn't read any. Finley Donovan, I just decided I don't care about that series anymore. I didn't read any this year, but I'm just going to DNF it. Same with Mercy Suarez and the Underland Chronicles, which is a middle grade series that starts with Gregor the Overlander. So what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other 5 I did read from this year, but I just decided I don't want to continue. So there are 8 DNF'd. I completed, let's see, so caught up. Should I count caught up as well? I think I will. So 2 caught up series. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 14 series that I have. Let's not do caught up. Let's do 12 completed series. Not bad. In process that I read from this year, 21. So I have 21 that I read from that are in process. Waiting. So I have 4 that I want to start here. Down at the bottom, 4 series. Waiting for the next. Let's see, do I have any waiting? I think I took that category away. So I'll just call those 3 series waiting for the next. No, I'm gonna leave that blank because I don't have that category anymore. I changed my spreadsheet at some point in the year. So what I'm gonna do first off is look at this final number here is 59, but we're gonna go ahead and take off. I'm just gonna hide all of these DNF series and the finished series. I'm going to hide them. So I'm not sure I want to take them off completely yet. I'll decide that later. But now I have, this is a more realistic picture. It's going to be hard to count the number of them, but that is what we have there. I'm going to unhide them for just a second because I would like to quickly talk about some of my favorites from this year. So of the series that I have finished, completed this year, I would say Ember in the Ashes is definitely a favorite. You've seen them in my favorites basket. I really, really loved the Ember in the Ashes series and the new one, Air, as well. This Frostheart is a middle grade series. It was super cute. I wouldn't call it a favorite. Greystone Secrets, I really didn't care for by the end. I really liked the first book, but I thought books 2 and 3 didn't live up. Hagenheim, I got really bored with this series. It started out super cute, fairy tale retellings in a historical setting almost. I enjoyed them, but then it just got too long. So I finished that one this year with the last one. I also didn't care for the Second Life of a Cactus book. It was fine. But Live Ship, I loved this trilogy. Ship of Magic, Mad Ship, and Ship of Destiny. Really, really loved that one. I thought Robin Hobb just did such a phenomenal job drawing me into all of the different characters and making me care about their story and understand their motivations. Even if I didn't agree with their choices, I could understand for the most part what they were doing. I love the Maid series, so I'm glad that I finished that one with The Maid's Secret this year. This probably would be another favorite series for me, Plotting the Stars. It's a middle grade, starts with Moon Garden. It was our middle grade March, one of our middle grade March book group reads. And I really liked Sea Garden and Ash Garden, how that series continued and wrapped up. And then Vera Wong, I would say, is also a favorite. I just love Vera. She's ridiculous and pushy, but she loves big and she cares about her people. And the one like gripe, if you will, that I have with the Vera Wong series is that I think it says that she's in her 60s, but she is portrayed as a much older woman than a 60-year-old woman. So that's my one gripe with it, but I'm fine with it. And I'll just use those as my favorites because those are the ones that I read more than one or two. I mean, Moon Garden, Sea Garden, Ash Garden, I read the whole thing. The Live Ship, I read the whole thing. Ember in the Ashes, I read the whole thing this year. So what am I learning? I really like the series that I read multiple books in them. I should probably try to read more than just one book in some series. So I'm also going to go through what's in process very quickly. Let me hide these again. I'm going to take a look. Oh, this is another favorite. Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon. That is a favorite. Okay. Let's take a minute to look at what I have on my list still. There are quite a few. Amari and the Night Brothers is a middle grade series that I'm caught up with at the moment. Keeper of the Lost Cities, waiting for the last book. I'm caught up with that one. Lightfall is a middle grade graphic novel series, and I do know that another one is coming out in 2026. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I will read it from the library and be caught up in there. An American in Paris, I did read 2 of those this year, Mastering the Art of French Murder and A Murder Most French. And there are a couple more that are out in that series, so I will continue those. The Appeal, oh, I read the Christmas Appeal. That can be read now. I did read that this month. And then The Silent Appeal is coming out in 2026. Bells of London is a cute series. I'm not super attached to it, but I don't want to DNF it. I'm going to continue with Lily of Ludgate Hill, and then the next one is Muse of Maiden Lane. I will continue that. I'm going to continue this Detective Ellen Warner books. I read The Retreat. This one, Everyone in My Family, this series here. I didn't love the first book. A lot of people have told me the second book is even better, and I do have the Christmas one on my shelf here. I'm not ready to DNF this yet, but it's very possible that it will get DNF'd in 2026. We'll see. Fog Harbor is a Christian fiction series. I do have the second book, The Roads We Follow, so I want to continue that. This is another one that I think I'm going to DNF. There are 6 books in this series, The Natural History of Dragons. I read the first one back in, I want to say February, and I really enjoyed it, but I have not felt like I missed out on reading the rest of the series. Actually, I am going to go ahead and mark this as a DNF as well and change it to gray. Oops. Well, this one can stay red because I read that, but and this can stay. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and hide that one. I don't think I'm interested in reading the rest of them. Miss Bunkle, I have one left, The Four Graces. This is a mystery series. The Murder of Mr. Wickham is the first one. I read one more. I have the rest that are out, 2 more that are out. The Perils of Lady Catherine de Bourgh and The Rushworth Plot. I have both of those already and would love to continue. Mrs. Polifax, it's interesting. I'm going to keep it on here. Do I think I'm going to read the whole entire series? There are 14 of them. No, I don't think I'm going to read the whole series. I have 2 more on my shelves. They're not in order, and I don't know that I need to read them in order. I don't think I do. But I'm going to keep it on here anyways. We'll see. Myrtle Hardcastle is a middle grade mystery series that I love. So I have the next 2 on my shelves already. Pages & Co. I would love to finish this year. I read book 4 and there are 6 in the series. So I just have 2 left in that one. The Phillida Bright series is really cute. Agatha Christie's housekeeper is Phillida Bright, and she is the amateur sleuth in this series. So I read book 2, A Trace of Poison, in 2025. Would like to continue that series. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I don't think I'm going to be a Rick Riordan completist. I don't have a desire for that, but I do enjoy this initial Percy Jackson series. So I will continue that for sure. Seven Sisters series by Lucinda Riley. I absolutely love. Read book 3, Shadow Sister, just last month. Shady Hollow, super cute series. I have 2 novellas. Evergreen Trace and Phantom Pond are novellas to read. And then I have 2 more full-length books, Summer's End and Mockingbird Court. And we'll see if that, I don't know if that's the end of the series or if there will be more after that. I don't know. Three Pines is Louise Penny's Armand Gamache mystery series. I read A Great Reckoning, which is book 12. So I have a few. It goes up to 20 right now. So I have quite a few left to read of the Three Pines series. Thursday Murder Club. There are 2 more left that I need to read in that one. The Timeless series by Gabriel Meyer. I read 2 of those this year and really love them. So I definitely want to continue. And I do have book 5 and book 6 on my shelves. Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon is such a fun series. And I read 5 of them so far this year. So I have 6, 7, and 8. I think is the 9th one out already. I'm not sure about that, but those are pretty quick reads and they're delightful. The Wingfeather Saga. I go back and forth on this. I read North or Be Eaten, book 2 this year. And actually I reread The Dark Side, On the Edge of the Dark Side of Darkness, which is book 1. There's only 4 in this series. I just need 2 more and I'll finish it up. I'm not very like eager to read it. I'm not super eager to read it, but I think I will probably finish that one. And then ones that I did not read from this year, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies has 2 more out that I would like to read. The Emmy Lake Chronicles is Dear Mrs. Bird series. There is a new one, Dear Miss Lake. Killers of a Certain Age, I have 1 left. Line Between, I have 1 left. The Logan Family, this is the series that has Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, which is a Newbery winner, which I loved, which is actually book 4 in this series of 10. So I have 9. And I'm pretty sure I've collected them all. I just need to read them. Maisie Dobbs, I did not read this year. This is also a huge series. There are 17, and I've only read 14 of them. In the Nevermore series, Silverborn, is out, but I don't own it, and I haven't read that one yet. The Chronicles of Prydain is a middle grade series that is pretty quick, but I have 3 left. Secret Book and Scone Society, I didn't read from this year. I have 3 left in that one as well. Seeds of America starts with Chains. It's just a trilogy, so I have Ashes and Forge to read. The Skymar series is a contemporary romance series by Pepper Basham. And I've discovered that I really enjoy her writing, so I'm eager now to read Positively Penelope and Loyally Luke. Then the Skyward series, I have started book 2, Starsight, so maybe I'll finish it before the end of the year. We'll see. Stormlight Archives, I actually didn't read this year. And Wolf Hollow has just 1 more in there in that series. So I have made really good progress this year. I beat my goal of reading from 25 series. I read from 40 series this year. I started 12 series, DNF'd 8, completed 12. That's pretty cool. I completed the same amount that I started. That's pretty fun. I have 21 in progress that I have read from. Waiting is not a category on my spreadsheet anymore. I need to change that. And then there's 4 that I want to start. There's actually another one that I'm thinking of, the Dreamkeeper Saga. I have all 5 of those ones. I should add that to the list too, since I own them all. There are probably more that I own some from, but when I notice them, I add them to the spreadsheet. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of my series, how I keep track of things. I probably am going to go in and go ahead and just clear out those rows. So I have an updated sheet for 2025 so I have an updated sheet for 2026. I have yet to pick a color. I'll be picking a new color for 2026. All of my spreadsheets, the different colors mean different years. So I need to pick a new color for 2026, which is fun. I think that's going to be it for me today. I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at with my series and tell you some of my favorites, which I feel like I've talked about them a lot. There will be another goal in my reading goals list. I haven't actually even made my reading goals list, but there will be a goal for series included in my list of reading goals for 2026. I haven't figured out exactly what I want that goal to be, but there will be something related to series in that list. I think it'll be similar to read from 25 series, except I'll probably do 26, just make progress in 26 series. I feel like that is the most reasonable expectation. Hopefully I can do great again and get some more series knocked off. I love the Spin a Series video series that Becca Books and Bujo is doing, where she focuses on completing and wrapping up some series to help her stay focused. I may do something along those lines because I really enjoy watching those videos and having those kind of dedicated videos towards working on some series. So you may see something like that in the future. I would love to hear your ideas or thoughts about series. Do you care? Do you read series? I know some of you are bingers, and I love that for you. I am not normally a series binger. Every once in a while I am, but I would love to chat with you about series down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and spending a few minutes of your day with me today. I look forward to chatting with you in another video tomorrow. Bye.